Hello, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Nguyen from Hanoi. Now take a look at our top stories as usual.
Party leader visits Bắc Ninh province ahead of date. Vietnam professional in managing COVID-19 response, Israeli ambassador says in an interview granted to Vietnam news agency. French hypermarket introduces Vietnam's cuisine commodities.
Party General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong visited and extended Lunar New Year greetings to the party organization, administration, and people of Northern Bắc Ninh province on January 24th.
Reporting on the province's achievements, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee Đào Hồng Lan said Bắc Ninh is one of the best performers in foreign investment attraction. 38 countries and territories have come to invest $21.2 billion in Bắc Ninh, she noted. In particular, the province has taken strong and flexible moves in response to the COVID-19 pandemic last year so as to swiftly revitalize production and business activities and adapt to the new normal, Lan added. General Secretary Trong said economic development must be promoted in tandem with cultural and social development, especially the maintenance of local cultural values, as well as the country's advanced culture deeply imbued with the national identity. At present, all-level party committees, authorities and organizations in Bắc Ninh need to work to ensure a merit for all residents, including revolution contributors, disadvantaged and low-income households and workers, he added. The leader expressed his belief that the province party organization, administration and people will stay united to step up reforms while achieving and surpassing the targets set by the 20th Provincial Party Congress in order to secure sustainable development. On this occasion, the party chief and senior officials offered incense to Do Temple, a special national relic site dedicated to 8 kings of the Lý dynasty, 1010, 1225,
President Nguyen Xuan Phuc has ordered Ho Chi Minh City's public security forces to ensure social order and safety during Tet, the traditional Lunar New Year festival, to allow residents to enjoy a happy and safe holiday.
President Nguyen Xuan Phuc, who is also chairman of the National Defense Security Council and commander-in-chief of the Vietnam People's Armed Forces, made the request during his visit to the Municipal Public Security Department's headquarters on January 24th to check the forces' preparedness during the upcoming holiday. He highlighted the key role of the public security forces in maintaining security and social order in the city, particularly during the time when the southern economic hub was struggling to contain the fourth COVID-19 wave last year. The state leader conveyed his Tet greetings to local public security officers and families of those who have died or injured on duty in the fight against the pandemic. On the same day, President Phuc visited Ho Chi Minh City High Command. He hailed the armed forces for having made significant contributions to the city's COVID-19 fight. Last year, the Ho Chi Minh City High Command established and ran 20 COVID-19 treatment hospitals and 8 quarantine sites, while sending personnel to work at many other hospitals.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính paid a pretech visit to Ho Chi Minh City's medical staff on January 24th. Visiting the Municipal Department of Health on the occasion of the upcoming Lunar New Year of Tet holiday, the government leader hailed the hard work of the city's health sector during the city's fight against the pandemic. He said Ho Chi Minh City has made important contributions to COVID-19 prevention and control through changes in mindset and approach along with decisive pilot steps and has successfully made it a safe city again. He also urged quicker vaccination for all people with focus on children aged 12 to 17 so as to reopen schools after Tet, and asked the health sector to speed up digital transformation and improve the quality of health care. On the same day, Prime Minister Chính visited the Nghe Protection Center for Disabled Orphans, which is taking care of nearly 250 disabled and orphaned children. The care for disabled and orphaned children must be in both material and spiritual aspects, he stressed, asking the central staff to take care of children with all their heart. Books on the 13th National Party Congress documents in 7 foreign languages have been launched in Hanoi on January 24th. The publication of documents in English, Khmer, Lao, Russian, French, Spanish, and Chinese is of significance, aiming to implement a Politburo directive on research, learning, popularizing, and implementing the resolution of the 13th National Party Congress. The books also serve overseas Vietnamese and foreign readers' needs for research and study. The contents of the books include an opening speech, a political report, the Congress resolution, closing speech, biographies of 18 Politburo members, and lists of members of the Secretariat, Inspection Commission, and Party Central Committee. The documents are also available online. During an interview granted to the Vietnam News Agency on the cusp of the Lunar New Year or Tết holiday, the Israeli ambassador to Vietnam spoke highly of Vietnam's successful response to COVID-19, adding that he was also impressed to see the significant growth in trade volumes between the two countries over the last 2 years despite the pandemic.
COVID-19 has been unprecedented all over the world. Every country and every government has suffered as there were no experience in coping with such a crisis. It's extremely challenging and frustrating for governments, but the Vietnamese government's successful response has been praised all around the world. Ambassador Aska said the government had to struggle very hard to find solutions for the health element first and foremost, with the country's vaccine rollout being key.
I think Vietnam was obviously very lucky for the first year and also very professional in managing to stop the pandemic from going into the country. So basically for the first year when almost all the world struggled, situation was really horrible. But here it was quite normal and I think saved a lot of people. So that was already a huge success for Vietnamese government. You are among the most vaccinated countries in the world, and you can see huge difference at the beginning of the crisis. Still you see big numbers of people are being affected, but the mortality rate went significantly down. I think the Vietnamese government dealing very well, so on the health level. And then
Ambassador Aska also complimented the country's economic resilience despite the collapse of many businesses and supply chain disruptions globally, saying it was a surprise for him to witness Vietnam-Israel trade expand 36% in 2020 and sub 15 to 20% in 2021. Vietnam and Israel are scheduled to complete the signing free trade agreement this year, which is expected to provide a strong momentum for the two economies to advance further.
Vietnam is a hub of agro production. Israel, a very significant manufacturer of technology. And this goes to many other fields, not only agriculture. We have technology in cybersecurity, education, telecommunications, and so on and so forth. The volume of trade in 2020 between Israel and Vietnam grew 36% during 2020. And in 2021, so another about 15-20% more than the 2020. And I think we are seizing the huge potential that there is between the two countries.
In regard to discussions between the two on a labor agreement to send Vietnamese to work in agriculture in Israel, which was launched last year, he said the agreement has to be done very carefully to make sure the rights of workers are fully maintained in the best manner possible.
About usually 700 students from Vietnam coming to Israel every year for 1 year. When in Israel they study and they also work. And when they're coming back to Vietnam, after they acquired knowledge, high academic knowledge, they acquired experience in the Israeli farms. They bring the technology and they bring the knowledge, but also the Israeli spirit back to Vietnam. And this is a big project that is already existing for over 13 years. And I hope that it can also contribute something to the very speedy and very impressive development of Vietnam.
Vietnam is seeking ways to revive the billion-dollar pepper industry, which has been struggling against unfavorable weather conditions and the COVID-19 pandemic for over the last several years.
Vietnamese producers are likely to face a shortage of raw pepper for processing and export in 2022 due to global undersupply, according to the international pepper community. Demand is bouncing back sharply around the world as restaurants and dining services are allowed to reopen. The Vietnam Pepper Association said it's considering importing pepper from neighboring countries to ensure sufficient supply for domestic processing. Last year, Vietnam's pepper imports from Cambodia soared 111% compared to 2020. In 2021, Vietnam exported 260,000 tons of pepper for some $950 million, down 9% in volume and up 44% in value against 2020.
Singapore's Changi Airport recently conducted a survey where tourists travel through Changi Airport. Survey results show that up to 90% of the respondents said they are ready to visit Vietnam as soon as travel restrictions are lifted.
The survey tourists said they look forward to visiting Vietnam with family and friends to enjoy famous landscapes and beautiful beaches and enjoy local specialties. The destinations preferred by Singaporean tourists are the three largest tourist centers of Vietnam, including Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, Da Nang, and the famous tourist destination Ha Long Bay. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, 3 out of every 5 Singaporeans said they used to visit Vietnam. In 2019, more than 300,000 tourists from the island nation came to Vietnam.
A program to promote Vietnam's state control and cuisine kicked off at Carrefour, a Manson hypermarket in Manson City of France.
This is the first time a Vietnamese Lunar New Year festival has been held at the Carrefour retail distribution system. The event is part of the activities in the framework of a tripartite cooperation between the Vietnam Trade Office in France, importers and retail distributors, to introduce the traditional culture and products of Vietnam to French people.
Dishes made from noodles, vermicellis and broth are favored by our customers. French love cooking and fresh food. They find numerous similarities between the Vietnamese and French cuisines. That is the reason why Vietnamese cuisines has certain foothold in France.
Très apprécié et donc tous les produits qui permettent de les cuisiner.
The event is an opportunity for Carrefour to conquer the segment of consumers that have the demand to use healthy food. Vietnamese businesses are urged to opportunities brought about by the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement to build a professional and sustainable development strategy in order to participate in playing fields of European hypermarkets.
In order to access the French markets, Vietnamese firms need to sharpen focus on suitable marketing strategies as they not only sell products to Vietnamese but also to French customers.
The tripartite cooperation mode has proven effective in the market, benefiting all the involved parties and helping develop brand and image of Vietnamese goods in the local market.
A project to promote enterprises to directly participate in foreign distribution networks has been deployed by the Ministries of Industries and Trade since 2015, bringing benefits to all parties.
Owners of supermarkets and retail distribution chains in France have planned to increase the proportion of Vietnamese goods in their distribution systems.
And that is all for this hour. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.